The $2 billion glitch. In the 1960s, the British and French governments teamed up to build the future of aviation, the Concorde. It was a supersonic passenger jet that could cross the Atlantic in 3 hours. There was just one problem. Long before it was finished, both governments realized it was a financial black hole. It was never going to make a profit. But they didn't stop. When asked why they continued to pour money into a doomed project, their reasoning was terrifyingly simple. We've already spent too much to quit now. In the end, it cost them over $2 billion. You might think you have nothing in common with a multi-billion-dollar aerospace blunder, but you do. Right now, your brain has a silent auditor that's actively stealing from your future. It's not a thief you can catch, it's a cognitive glitch. Every time you refuse to walk away from a bad project, a failing side hustle, or a dying investment because you already put so much time into it, you are literally paying that auditor to destroy your wealth. Today, we stop playing the victim to this glitch. We are performing an autopsy on why your brain prioritizes pride over profit and exactly how to fire that auditor. The biology of stubbornness. Let's put this under the microscope. In psychology, the Concorde failure gave birth to a famous term, the Sunk Cost Fallacy. It's the irrational tendency to follow through on an endeavor simply because we have already invested time, money, or effort into it. But why do we do it? In his legendary book Influence, Dr. Robert Cialdini details the principle of commitment and consistency. As humans, once we make a choice, we experience immense psychological pressure to behave consistently with that commitment. We aren't just protecting money, we are protecting our identity. We want to be seen as smart investors, loyal partners, or hard workers who never quit. Behavioral economist Dan Ariely takes this a step further in his book, Predictably Irrational. He calls it the IKEA effect. Ariely discovered that human beings assign disproportionately high value to things they helped create. The more effort you pour into something, a failed startup, a DIY home repair that's gone off the rails, a college degree you hate but are 3 years into, the more valuable your brain insists it is. Your brain is lying to you. It is retroactively justifying your misery so you don't have to admit you made a mistake. Corporate graveyards and Blockbuster brains. To see how lethal this is, look at the corporate graveyard. Let's talk about Blockbuster. In the year 2000, they were offered the chance to buy a scrappy DVD buy-mail startup called Netflix for just $50 million. They laughed the founders out of the room. By 2010, Blockbuster was bankrupt. Why couldn't they pivot? Because Blockbuster was a prisoner of its own infrastructure. Every store lease, every VHS tape, every physical shelf was a sunk cost. Their executives' brains saw those costs as assets that needed to be maximized rather than anchors that needed to be cut. This isn't just for CEOs. You're doing this right now. Have you ever spent 5 hours trying to fix a $50 appliance because you already started, even though a replacement was $30? Have you stayed in a dead-end job because you've been there for 5 years? That is Blockbuster brain. You are valuing your past time, which you can never get back, more than your future capital. That's not a sign of loyalty. That's an obsolete script running in your operating system. The poker table of life. There's another bug in our mental software that compounds the sunk cost fallacy, the gambler's fallacy. We desperately want to believe that the universe keeps a ledger of our suffering. We think, I've poured so much into this crypto coin, this relationship, or this business. It has to turn around eventually. My luck is due to change. Let's be blunt. The market doesn't care how much you've suffered. The universe doesn't track your investment hours. If you are holding an asset because you think the universe owes you a return for your persistence, you are not investing. You are gambling with your own history. In her book, Thinking in Bets, former professional poker player Annie Duke explains that the best players in the world do something completely unnatural. They detach their current hand from the money they've already put in the pot. The chips in the middle are gone. They belong to the table now. The only question a pro asks is, given the cards in my hand right now, what is the smartest next move? The heavy cost of what if. Daniel Kahneman, the Nobel Prize-winning author of Thinking Fast and Slow, proved that we feel the pain of a loss about twice as intensely as we feel the joy of a gain. We are terrified of realizing a loss. We think if we just hold on, it's only a paper loss. But Morgan Housel, in The Psychology of Money, points out the real tragedy here. It's a concept economists call opportunity cost. Every dollar and every hour you spend defending a sinking ship is a dollar an hour not being spent on an asymmetric bet. A move with limited downside and explosive upside. The 99% spend their lives trying to protect what they have already done. The 1% spend their lives optimizing for what they can do next. The math is ruthlessly simple. Past effort is entirely irrelevant to future success. Yet, your brain acts as if your past effort is the foundation of your future. It's usually the weight keeping you submerged. The Zero-Base Audit. So, how do we fire the silent auditor? We borrow a strategy from corporate accounting and apply it to our lives. It's called zero-based thinking, championed by authors like Greg McKeown in his book, Essentialism. Here is your laboratory experiment. I want you to run a zero-base audit on your biggest life and financial commitments. Look at your main business, your side hustle, that stock portfolio you're underwater on, or even that degree you are studying for. Ask yourself this exact question. If I woke up tomorrow and owned none of this, if I had my current knowledge but zero emotional attachment or history with this project, would I actively choose to start it today? If the answer is no, then every second you stay involved, you are just working as an employee for your own past mistakes. Engineering your future. Successful investors, entrepreneurs, and creators don't have better crystal balls than you do. What they have are remarkably short memories for their own failures. They know when to walk away before the cost of the exit becomes ruinous. You need to rebuild your relationship with loss. Walking away from a sunken cost isn't weakness. Quitting a failing endeavor is not a stain on your permanent record. A realized loss is simply the price of the data you just acquired to make a better decision tomorrow. Stop trying to save your history and start engineering your future. You have to fire the auditor. Now it's your turn. Look at your life right now. What is one decision you have been avoiding because you've already put too much time into it? Name your ceiling in the comments below and let's start tearing it down. If you want to move beyond the hype and understand the actual mechanics of wealth, subscribe to the Wealth Laboratory. Every week, one new experiment. See you in the next one.